before we worry about this section, I think we need to try and worry to get here.
Yeah, he doesn't listen when we tell him to turn, so I don't know if he's going to get here.
Take him.
We're about to pull off again, but we've passed a very difficult section. Now there's another section we're going down. It's technical between trees. I don't remember it, but and then there's another part that's quite a difficult rock obstacle section that we're going to take a look at and decide whether we'll do it or not. But that's coming up. Stay tuned.
When I went through this rocky descent, I did sound alarm on some high rock scratching the 80s undercarriage. The Jimny is stuck on a big boulder. With the Defender's winch close by, the Jimny gets hooked up. Bayer will just give it a slight pull backwards.
Whoa, whoa! Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa!
Thanks for rolling rocks in my way, Joseph.
Let him turn sharp right.
Soon Flippy rolls again, but this time with more oomph. This descent got a slight lean angle towards the riverside, and what makes it very tricky is the rock rolling towards the river edge, and that keeps you on your toes.
There we go. Don't cross.
What happened? You just bumped your head again.
Yeah.
At least you're not out.
Yeah.
Right, we're going down this descent down to the dam wall. Yeah, it's a real interesting bumpy boulder section. I'm going to go wide here and then cut in. It's all loose material.
At the bottom of the river, a technical section let the adrenaline pump freely, especially for the longer wheelbase vehicles.
I need the rocks because I climb on them.
And the trees.
I drive over them if they're in my way, like that.
This is a good thing we're trying now. I don't think it's a good thing.
No, it's stupid.
Okay.
It's ridiculous, but we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to do a stupid thing now. But sometimes you need to push the envelope a little bit to see what your car can do. I think as 4x4 drivers, we often underestimate our vehicles. But here we know we're in for a thing. Johan Swift will be famous in saying, ach nee, wat, 35s at least, yeah, hey on.
I told you so.
Mr. Foggy, I'm gonna, before we worry about this section, I think we need to try and worry to get here. So I'm gonna ask you to direct me into trouble. Johan? And if you would be so kind to take co-responsibility for Foggy's actions. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. I'm just driving. I'm doing what they're telling me to do. So if I'm getting stuck, it's their fault. Yeah, I'm a good driver. I negotiate with that.
Jaapie doesn't listen when we tell him to turn, so I don't know if he's going to get here.
It's a wet puddle with a nasty lean angle to get through the boulder fault stretch we will attempt in the river. Flippy is my spotter for this obstacle, with a massive duty to be my eyes on the ground and to guide me to the highest ground as far as he can. The lowest part of your vehicle is the body part closest to the obstacles on the ground. If I can manage to get my wheels on the highest object on the ground, my clearance on the vehicle will be no issue. The real challenge is to get the cruiser on and off those high rocks without any damage. Sudden drop-offs can be a killer on your diffs and any other part of the undercarriage. Flippy's masterful spotting in front and excellent guidance helped me succeed on this extreme level 5 stretch of the river. First job to me now.
No, you did well, mate.
Thank you, Boots.
That's not an easy. Dude, go back 10 years and say you look at that.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
That is as far as it goes, dude. That's as far, that's full lock.
Taken.
What?
No. This is what they did. Okay.
Oh, that's the reaction you wanted. On camera.
I didn't put my
I
seatbelt
thought there was
as well.
something wrong.
Now let me tell you this, that anxious moment is the build-up of stress, as this part of the river are no play for our vehicles. Our large overland vehicles weigh over 4 tons. Turning circles make them clumsy, and to be very honest, we actually should not attempt obstacles like these. Look how masterful and succeed to turn his Patrol here. One needs to be in sync and know your car very well to be able to do that.
That worked too. Perfect.
These solid axle vehicles just surpass their potential in obstacles like these, with their massive flex in front and in rear suspension. Well done, Ant. Great drive, buddy.
Yeah. My wife nearly becacked herself when we went into the river. Yeah, she like pulled her seatbelt off us. Did you grab a snorkel?
Well done, Boots.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you. The rest of the convoy wisely decided to take the normal route back to the camp.
Vicky, cheeky bouncer. Big smiling wave. Smiling wave. Andre's too. Cheap life.
Not a recovery item. I don't hear my fuel.
You don't hear the fuel pump.
Yeah,
Is it one of these?
no. Just checking that these fuses are fine. So it may very well be. Yeah, because you would normally.
But they would have wired it into the factory stuff then, eh?
It works into the factory.
Yeah, but the wiring for the pump would be probably connected to the normal old fuse
No,
box.
it's it's
Yeah.
standard. Yeah.
No. That was very bold of you to start to go try and let's see how tight.
With the electronic gremlin sorted, it's time to get our wheels rolling towards the most scenic part of Platbon. The river is the highlight of the day, where one of the most spectacular views of all trails in South Africa awaits us. We have little time left before the sunset, but we hope to reach the swim puddles down the river soon. This river section is a mild level 2 to 3 trail, but there is plenty of playgrounds that offer up to level 5 obstacles you can attempt. When driving this part of the trail, you have to be awake and pick your lines carefully, not to end up in trouble. That being said, the loose sand close to the campsite is very thick. Early on, Flippy gets caught out when the Jimny bottoms out. With the sand too thick in the rear and have to throw in the towel, Andre will try to recover from the front with the Hilux.
Hy wil nie deurgaan nie, dis hoekom ek nou, dis hoekom jy groter een wat jy daar kan deursit.
Veel van alle blijven goed dat in de voorstel is. En wat? Die kant is dat. Als ik een beetje rek, dan zal ik je Jimny kan hakken.
I think my rope will need to make it there.
Quickly, the Jimny is rolling freely and the convoy can get going again.
After you. Calmly call, right I done.
While we drive down this scenic part of the trail, we are smothered with Mother Nature's power of beauty.
Okay, we're all in a straight stripe on the rock basically.
Okay, we're rolling.
River route. Goodness. In the river. In the river. Not often you get a chance to drive in a river. So it's a combination. There's a combination of rock and sand and water to drive through. moment we're on a solid slab of rock.
Leon, you can come take in front if you want to. We're nearing the river bend, where we often stop for a swim, especially in the summer months. A solid rock face forms the left bank of the river. In the deeper sections of the river, the deep water often hides deeper sections that can swallow your vehicle if not careful. The river here mostly has a solid rock bottom, where here and there deeper sections where rock eroded deep holes after seasonal flooding brought down by the river.
Look at that. It's getting to sunset. We're driving up this riverbed. Gratuitous posing. Flippy also posing. Oh no, that's his actual stance. Jimny's with us. Flippy and Vic. Morena, look at that. How's that for a backdrop? Patrol in Jeep pose mode. Landy in Jeep pose mode. Although, as opposed to the Jeep pose mode, the Landy has a distinct smell of diesel coming out of it at the same time. Look at that dude.
As the sun starts to go down quickly, we turned around driving towards the camp. We only covered about a quarter of the actual river route, with the sun setting on us. We will not get the time this trip to do the rest of the river trail that offers swampy sections where I drowned my previous cruiser. The rocky section, or the Jeep track, as the Jeep owners famously would lay claim to, kept our big overlanders a bit busy today. I must admit, driving the big boulder section in the river borders the line of stupidity, and we do not recommend anyone to try it unless they are very experienced drivers with well-equipped vehicles for the task. For the mountain route in itself, I think everybody in the convoy achieved a bit more than they expected for the day. Tonight around the campfire, we will have many stories to reflect on in the tranquility of the aura the Platbank venue provides.
Went over a bunch of rocks yesterday, and as a result, you can see here the plate has been bent upwards against the transfer case. So because we don't want that, it makes a noise when you're driving. Just taking it off, straightening it out a bit, and then putting it back. Anthony's little tool set makes it an easy walk in the park.
Where's the worst bent?
Yeah,
In the
under
middle
the
there.
transfer case. Yeah.
So it's just touching.
Just touching, so it vibrates as the transfer case moves.
Without this kind of protection plating fitted under Flippy's Jimny, the Jimny would not be able to complete the mountain section. Notably, even the control arm joints have protection plates on this Jimny.
Can't see exactly the bolt.
On this side, it's in place.
Next episode, we drive a level 5 river route, where the minimum requirements are a 2-inch lift, 35-inch tires, and at least a rear locker. Of course, some of our vehicles do not match the minimum specification, and the results are shown afterwards. Please make sure to subscribe and click the notifications bell to be informed when we release that episode, as you would not want to miss that one. While you are down there, press the like button and please make a comment. Until next time, be a free soul and be safe.